And fine, I'll plug in.
Hey, what's up, Calvin? Give you guys a minute to get over here. I'm gonna get my phone on the right one. I get some music going here. It worked just for you. You push play. I don't know. You thought it was my phone. I was too close to it. All right, we gotta go. We'll get it going in a minute. 1 second, guys.
The video.
What do you do? You want to go over?
That's on YouTube.
Open the door.
1 minute, guys. Sorry. There we go. Upstairs, boys. Oh, that's why. And do this and that. All right, guys. So I hope we're all here. Let me some things real quick. Oops. All right, 1 second. All right. See, we're here. We're ready. If you guys took the last class, I'm gonna do a little bit of a warm up, and then we'll get right into technique. Okay, guys. And so, if you're just joining us, I don't want to just like start without giving you guys a little bit of warm up. So we're gonna hop in here. We'll do a little bit of gymnastica, and then get going with some techniques. Okay, guys. And so, you got plenty of room. Start with our gymnastica.
Will, could you get the your video going on the Jibera Jiu-Jitsu?
Yes, sir. Sorry, guys. It was. Oh, yep. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had that dealt with. Thank you, Professor. Yep. Could have been a little awkward. All right. Can you check if we're recording? Okay. Sweet. So, gymnastica, guys. Just start by a little bit of kicking the door. We're going to go through the whip and then around the world and then some other little things to get us going. Okay, guys? So, just start by kicking the door. right, let's smooth it out to the width. Kicking things over here. Now let's do some gecko. Okay, so just sit over, switch belly down, bring your other knee in. Nice. Back and forth. Okay, now let's do some side to side. Okay, so I'm gonna reach over my front knee, connect my back knee and front elbow, right? Come all the way up to my toes, and now I'm kicking all the way through, putting my hand back on the mat and trying to kick my foot up and as straight as I can. I bring my leg back under and my arm back over and connect my knee and elbow again. Okay, then I step back over for my S position. We're gonna do a width, reach, connect, kick. Yep, back under, back over, back through. Just a few of these guys. Ha! 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 Awesome job, guys. A couple more movements before we get into technique. Okay, I want to work on what Sanji was trying to teach us, the Buddha Ko stuff. First, we'll go belly down, and then we'll go inverted as well. Okay, so from here, from our backs, I'm gonna drag my leg and reach my leg as I kind of sit into like a running man position. Well, you notice my foot is active here. Okay, and then I'm bringing my elbow out, pushing myself down, bringing myself to the running man on this side, and then bringing my legs back through. Okay, you guys can go both ways. So I'm extending my leg through, kind of curling over into the safe position. All right, then I extend, coming to the other side, and I bring myself through. Okay. Okay. So just a few of these. Reach down, back, reach through. Reach your leg under, get them to here. Elbow out in front, both hands off the mat. Just smooth it out, coming back to your back. Couple more times. Switch, elbow, belly down, back to here. Go the other way to running man, elbow out, belly down, scrunch, back to here. Okay, guys, now I want you to do the same thing with your feet, but you're gonna bridge and invert when you do it. Okay, so I'm here, switching my leg under, but instead of going belly down, I'm bringing my head forward, pushing my hips out, and then I'm pushing my hips over, coming back to that same position. Okay, so it's very similar to the same movement. Bridging, switching my feet under, but then instead of going belly down, I go forward with my body coming to here. Okay, guys, you guys are awesome. Let's give this a try for a minute. We'll move. Keep going. All right, nice job, guys. You guys are great. Remember, this takes a while. If you're not very successful now, it's not always going to be that way. Okay, guys, we will get better at this stuff. And being here right now means you're getting better than most people in the world right now. Like, most people are taking this time off, not doing anything. So the fact you guys are here now means a lot. Shows about what kind of person you are. Okay, so that's really good. Moving on. Awesome. That's great. Okay, guys. That's our first position. We're going to work on getting to here as much as we can. Okay, it's called a shoulder bite. In the kids' class, we call it a shark bite. Okay, there's a couple of things we call it a shark bite. From here, I'm going to grab her collar right under her ear, then I'm going to grab the sleeve behind her tricep. Okay, and now I want to more focus on blocking her elbow than really pulling it across. And I really want to focus on pushing her head out of the way. Okay, so I don't want to move her arm and have the integrity of her spine intact. Okay, I want to be able to pretty much keep her arm where it is, but jack up her spine. Like, her spine is no longer straight. And so if I had to choose one or the other, so my goal here is to cross her head and her elbow. Okay, but if I just do her arm, then she stays pretty strong here. Okay, and so I want to really just block her elbow and push her head past her elbow. See that? And that leaves me this big shelf. There's a line right here, right along her ear and over her shoulder that I get to put the bottom of my thigh. Okay, and so let's just spend a few minutes getting to the shoulder bite on both sides. Okay, guys? So with our partner, one of us will start it close guard. I'm going to push her head to the side, kind of pushing her elbow as well, but I'm more focused on pushing her head. And then I'm going to open my guard, lift my hips up into the air, and then chop back down over her shoulder, trying to get a figure four, but I understand that most people, or not everyone, can do that. And so just cross your feet behind their back and pinch your legs down. I'm like biting my legs into her. Okay? If you guys can figure four, it's the same thing. Just, you're lucky because it's a little bit stronger. Okay, guys? And so, and then make sure you're going both ways, blocking their elbow, passing their arm, getting your thigh over their shoulder. If you get your figure four, then great. But if not, just cross your feet behind their back. Okay, guys, I'll give you a few minutes to work on that. Let Tessa work a little bit. We'll both do it. And then we'll bring it back in here in 3 to 5 minutes or so. Okay, guys? Maybe not even that long. Still kind of working with this whole system. See how it's going. And then, guys, when you're in the guard, try to pull your arm out. If you can pull it out, that person should be trying to make sure that they're blocking your arm as well. Yeah. Right? You can pull your arm out easy. They got to squeeze a little tighter. Nice job. And she's doing a good job of keeping my elbow there, too. That's awesome. let me watch you guys. Nice. Awesome. Oh, yeah. I'll unmute it for a minute. Some questions. Oh. Oh. Set up. All right, nice job, guys. I'm gonna unmute you for a minute. You guys can raise your hand if you have any questions.
Hey, Professor, I got a
Of course.
where are their elbows supposed to be? Am I trying to get one of their elbows underneath my legs, or are they supposed to both be up?
Yeah, they're both out, okay? And so the beauty of this position, if we get here, I'm trying to control their arm, okay? Because I want to go to an arm, we're going to go to an arm bar next. But it's okay if you lose their arm because you're still in still have a triangle. Okay, so it's a very good question. Both are good. And so it's not too big of a deal, okay? But today, for right now, I want you, one more time, I'll go back over. I want you blocking their elbow, right? And kind of keeping it where it is, pushing her hand. Once I'm here, my hand is still kind of behind her elbow, holding it forward. See that? Okay. So she can't get her arm back. But then we'll go over what happens when we make it loose. We're in our triangle. And then we could go over some other finishes. There's all kinds of stuff to do here. It's a really fun position. Okay, so yeah, it's a good point. Let's move on. Let's move on to that arm bar, okay, guys? And so very similar. We're hopping. We're getting back and forth to our shoulder bind. Now let me show you why it's such a good and awesome place to be. Okay, guys? And so the first most obvious thing from here is going to be that arm bar. I just talked about it, right? So I'm going to grab her collar under her ear. If it's no-gi, guys, I'm going to cup the back of her head and grab her tricep. This stuff works just as good in no-gi. But if I have the gi, I do like to make a grip behind their tricep, and I do like to make a collar grip there. Okay, I'm going to push their head and their elbow, get into here. Okay, now the shoulder, the arm bar, that's what it looks like here. Okay, so just from here. Okay, so now let me give you guys some detail. So we push their head across their arm. I get to my shoulder bite. Okay, now I'm going to switch my grips. The one from her collar goes to her wrist. The one from her tricep goes to the side of her head. Okay, and now my legs are crossed. I got to parallel my legs. So I'm pushing down on her shoulder with my knee. I'm pushing her away. And now my shins are in line. Okay, so I'm pushing on her head. I'm holding her wrist. I'm kind of pulling her arm towards my face as I push her head under my leg. And now I'm going to bite down on my heels, biting down, and slowly I bridge up into her elbow. I'm trying to hyperextend her elbow there. Okay, right? Then you guys can just get their arms straight. You don't have to make your partner tap here. Okay, and so pushing their head, jumping to my shoulder bite. Okay, and now once I'm here, I have her arm. So I'm going to switch my grips, controlling her wrist, and pushing her head down. Now I scissor my legs, right? Getting both of my legs straight as I jump my leg over her head. Okay, I'm being nice to Tessa, but usually, guys, I'm driving my knee through their face. Right? I don't like to make a big wrap here. Right? I'm just driving my knee through as I bite my legs down, pinching my knees together, and then I bridge my hips up. Okay, guys? So one more, block the elbow, get to your shoulder bite. Hiya. Okay, now switch your grips. One on her wrist, like I'm like stuffing her face away. Switch my legs, and then wrap my leg over. Pinching my knees together, so I bite my heels down, and I bridge into their elbow. Okay, guys, give Tessa some time to work on this. I'll come around, I'll watch you guys for a minute, and then I'll give you guys time for some more questions as well. Yeah, you guys are doing good. I don't need to be muted. These kids are great as they. Okay. Not Elena, though. All right. Yep. Oh.
Yeah. And then this is actually underneath my, yeah, underneath. This one's the one that's over my shoulder. Yeah.
It's all right, though. It's harder for me to hide my elbow.
Pinching your legs together and bridging it up. Yes. Yes. Jack up my spine. Yep.
Nice. Strong.
You're just watching this. Understand.
Nice, Corey. Yeah. Remember, you can push away on his face. Like, shove his head down. There's no problem with that. We're learning how to fight here. Awesome. Nice, Jason. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Let's move on. So, same thing. But maybe we didn't pay enough attention to that elbow grip, and they were able to get their arm out at the last second. So, we're here, but maybe we've armbarred this person too many times. So, once we get to here, they really fear that armbar. Or they're just anticipated too well, and they're able to get that arm loose. Okay? But, you know, it's such a good position, right? If I'm here in that shoulder bite, she gets her arm out, she just put herself in a triangle. So make sure you guys are crossing your feet. I'm going to bridge, and I'll show it to you first, okay? Okay? So a couple different things. We used to show, so from here we get to our shoulder bite, but they get their arm out, okay? And now, I'm just going to bite my feet down. Doesn't matter where her arm is. I'm going to bite my feet down. I'm going to push my hips up. And then I'm going to, with two arms, I'm going to pass her arm across my body. Okay? Now, what I used to do, guys, is I used to grab my shin. But I'm liking now a lot better cupping the back of their head. Okay? And then not like from the front of her head. I actually want to make a cup and cup the back of her head. Now, I'm pulling her down. I'm going to put my foot on her hip. Okay? Pulling her into me as I push myself perpendicular. So I'm still holding on to the back of her head. Most people are tapping here now for me, guys. Okay? But now I'm keep moving, pulling in. I'm driving my knee into the back of her head, and then I figure 4. Okay, she's ready to tap there. So we set up our shoulder bite, but she's super afraid of that arm bar, and she yanks her arm out. Ugh. Not to worry though, right? I just bite my heels down, I pass her arm across. Now, I'm trying to get out of the habit of grabbing my shin, so I'm gonna grab her head and pull that in. Okay, you guys can keep your feet crossed for a second if you want. Now I'm gonna uncross my feet, either put it in her hip or on the mat and start pushing myself perpendicular to her. Okay, and now before I cross my feet again, I wanna drive my leg into the side of her head, taking up all that room, and then flicking my leg over. I'm technically in a figure 4, but my shins are as parallel as possible. Okay, from there I just squeeze and she has to tap. Okay, so, right, I used to try it with every muscle in my body to get someone to tap with the triangle. Now it's all about position. If I get in that perfect position, it's just a little bit of a squeeze. I took up all that room already with just the position before I had to use any muscle, and it's just so much better, okay? So we'll walk you through that again. In our shoulder bite, pushing her head, jumping to our shoulder bite. She gets her arm out. Okay, I'm gonna attack her arm, bridge and pass it across. Now I'm grabbing the back of her head. I'm gonna undo my figure 4, put my foot on the mat or on her hip, move myself over, and now I'm driving the side of my thigh into the side of her head, taking up all that room, and then figure 4 in, guys. Squeezing everything in. I usually have her head still like this. It's just too much. Okay, guys, I'll let Tessa work on that for a little bit, and I'll come around and help you guys. I'll watch you guys do it a few times, and then we'll move on, okay? Lots of fun to be had from the shoulder bite. Questions first?
Well, that's what I was starting to do.
All right.
Bridge up. No, he just. Over that. Yeah. Now you're gonna be bringing your head toward the teeth. So this leg.
Nothing about that.
Sure. Yep. And your head.
Focus.
Already like this. Because earlier, and then this hand.
Oh, my phone died.
Yep.
Zoom really kills the phones. So if you have a laptop, I think that's probably the best thing to use it on. I'll just watch on that.
Grab the back of the head with your right hand. Yep.
Yep, nice, Corey. Keep going. Yep, perpendicular as possible.
Yep. And then keep grabbing the back of the head with your right hand. Yep.
Shoulder bite. And then he gets his arm out. Nice. Pass the arm, grab his head. Other hand.
There you go.
Over. Grab the back of your head.
Do your strong side.
I think it would be like even more complicated.
All right, guys, let's grab a sip of water. We'll bring it back out in a minute.
Just keep rotating.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll take a minute to turn it on. Start everything up again.
Yeah, that's right. That's this one.
All right, guys. You have any questions for me about any of this stuff so far? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, and so let's move on. Same thing, guys. But sometimes when they pull their arm out, they kind of make it really hard to pass that arm back over. Okay, so we get to our shoulder bite. Whoosh. Okay, and then they pull their arm out. Sometimes they grab their hands together, right? And then it's going to be really hard to do a regular triangle here. Okay, and so this actually gives us some options. Even if they don't grab their hands together, they just like barely like make a grip there or something. Like they make it really hard to pass that arm up. And so there's a bunch of stuff we can do. My favorite things to do is just Kimura. Okay, I've shown this a lot in my day class, and so Nick has probably seen it a bunch, but that's okay. If you haven't, this is one of my favorite things to do to people of all time. Okay, and this is also the same thing as S position, right? We can do the same Kimura. All this same stuff we can do in the shoulder bite is also from S mounts. Okay, because like S mount and shoulder bite are like the inverted pair of each other. Okay, and so for here, we get to our shoulder bite. She pulls her arm out, and she's making it really hard to do a regular triangle. Okay, so I'm gonna take my hand on the same side that her arm is. I'm gonna take my hand and slide it along my own body, pushing it under her elbow. And then I don't want to go any farther than just my hand as I make a grip on her elbow. See that? I don't want to like come through to my elbow. I want to make sure that my forearm stays next to her forearm and not my bicep next to her forearm. Right? So I'm grabbing as close. And then I'm going to grab over my own hand and use my whole body to bring her elbow to the center of my chest. Most people tap there, but if you need to, guys, you're with someone really flexible, you'll flare your elbow out and up as you like turn your whole body to the side, really destroying her shoulder there. Okay, so maybe she makes a grip, maybe she gets her hands together. I'm sliding my own hand under, and then I grab as close to her elbow as I can. I grab over my own hand, make a handy grip on my hand, right, and pull everything to the center, and then I'm flaring everything up there. Right? I haven't found anybody strong enough to keep their grips here. Okay, they're really strong people in our gym, but I get to use my body to break their grips, so it works really well for me. Okay, guys, I'll give you a few minutes to work on that. I'll give Tessa some time to drill it out, and then yeah, I'll leave it open to questions, and then that'll be 7 o'clock. So you guys are awesome. Really appreciate you guys being here. Had a good turnout today. Shoulder bite. Right, I pull my arm out, but then I make it hard to triangle. So she's gonna slide it down, grab as close to my elbow as she can. Yep, tap. Ow. You're how fast.
I see, so it's like this and then it's up.
Oh yeah, focus. Tap. Even if I have it, keep bringing my shoulder and my elbow down. This is big. Yeah.
So you're avoiding the triangle. And breaking your grip.
Yep. Even if not, I can't push into your body as hard as you can push into your body.
You're pushing the body this way. Yeah. And then pulling.
Okay, and then, so yeah, try to get my elbow to the center of your chest, and then just hold it in your chest as you side, or you curl your whole body to the side. You're like trying to get on your side as you flare it out.
Yeah, you're just gonna be.
Once you're using your core muscles.
Your body.
And a little bit of a flare, but really it's your core.
And you can also, as you need to, like flare your elbow. Just your whole body that way. If you need to,
First.
You're gonna avoid the triangle.
We're both finding muscles. Very strong.
Yeah.
So Elena, go to your shoulder bite. And then he pulls his arm out. Okay, yeah. And now he tries to hide that. Yes, much better. Awesome. Now pull his elbow into the center of your chest. He tapped. Nice job, Elena. Awesome. All right, guys. So that's, those are like the three main things that I do from the shoulder bite. There are a lot of other stuff though. I showed Nick what to do if he gets stacked there. Like I usually just go to S mount. And so, but then, if you guys like that position here, you guys could always do backwards triangles from here too. Okay, so don't forget about those. Once you're here, instead of trying to get your foot on this side, bring your arm across, just let her keep her foot but switch your figure 4. And so usually you have the leg that's going behind her head, going behind, like the one that's close to her neck going behind her head. But this time, with the backwards triangle, the leg that's under her arm is going behind her head. You cross your feet here. And then for the finish, guys, I'm going to round my leg and around her head. I'm going to get my hands together, and then I'm going to pinch my knees together and my elbows, squeezing everything in there. Okay, so and that's just one other example of something else you could do from the shoulder bite. And so there's a lot of other things. Another really obvious one is omoplatas from that same position, right? When they hide that arm, just dump your knee over the back of their head, and you guys go right for that omoplatas and stuff. And so a couple minutes left here. Do you guys have any questions for me for anything? If not, tell me a story. What's been going on? No. Yeah. And so, again, you guys are doing really good. Remember that just showing up to this stuff, is a good thing. It's a good quality in you. Forcing yourself to do stuff like this when you don't have to, and so you guys are really positive, making an effort. We're getting better. Everybody else that didn't show up to this stuff, they're not getting as better as us, so that's good. And so, making a hard time into a positive thing, that's what jiu-jitsu is all about. It really is. And so being able to take pressure from people smashing you kind of makes all the other things in life a little bit easier. If you can defend yourself against a black belt, then, what is hard after that, And so, jiu-jitsu helps with the hard times. And so you guys just keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up. Don't be afraid to hit me up on anything if you have my number. Ask me questions, guys. It helps me think of classes to teach. It helps me, keep my mind active. And so, when someone asks me a question, I think about it for a long time. Even if I answer you guys right away, I'll probably still think about that question for a couple of days afterwards. And so, keep challenging me. Professor's around, he reads all this stuff. He's going to watch his classes. So ask questions to him. He'll give me feedback. Tess is a great source of information. You got any questions for her? Hannah's always in the background. Her hip's feeling better. She'll be back in the videos too. Yeah. And then make sure you guys are telling people, or if you haven't seen someone for a while, find them on Facebook. Go say hi. Someone you miss, you haven't seen at the gym. And then remind them about these classes. Tell them you want to see them in here. Tell them you want to see their face. It's a great way to see your friends that you haven't seen for a while. And so, yeah, just leave it open to you guys last few minutes here. I don't have to end the video right away. So if you guys want to talk or anything, no biggie. And then I think we might, I don't know, we might, I don't know how. I like how it's playing out. This seemed to went pretty good today. And so we'll keep it up like this. I think Monday, Wednesday for now, and then Saturday morning as well. It's going to be the same format with the kids solos. Maybe we'll throw in a kid's partner, depending on. Looked like today most of the kids didn't have a partner, as whereas last week most of the kids did have a partner. And so we're keep playing with it. We're nothing set in stone. And so if you guys have any good ideas about class times or kind of class format, even, I don't care. I'm open for suggestions. Really anything. And so I hope you guys had a good time. It's kind of hard for me to just ramble on. So I don't know. You guys are awesome. I gave my dummy a promotion. He's a white belt. He got a brown belt today. So, Milo hasn't got a belt yet. Yeah, he did better today. So yeah, he's a good dog. All right, now too excited. Get off my mats. Get off my mats. All right. So you guys got anything for me or?
I'd be curious to see that omoplata you were talking about.
Yeah, of course. And so we do our shoulder right, but she pulls out her arm, or she put herself here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is kind of like push her head away, whatever I can, to get this knee over her head. Okay, and then I'm gonna flick my foot out over her head. But I don't want you guys getting to here and then searching with your foot. When I do that, that means she can posture up, and it makes it a lot easier for her to escape. So when I'm here in the shoulder bite or this triangle position, I'm really trying to pressure her down with the side of my knee. Okay, try to get your posture back to this one. Like I'm so heavy here, and then I flick my foot over and come back. Okay, so it's something I've been working on for a long time now. not just trying to flick my foot over her head, but really driving with my knee and my core muscle, breaking her posture. And then I flick my foot over and come back up to it. Okay? So omoplata is right there, guys. And omoplata is a great move, especially for smaller people, because you get to use 2 legs against 1 arm. And so it's good math, you know? It's good body math. Cool. Thanks for asking a question, Clay. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
Today's Tessa's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Tessa's birthday today.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, Tessa. Thank you.
Yeah. Again, this was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys back here on Wednesday. And so, yeah, you know, keeping me active. I love doing this stuff. You know, I can't do enough. So I just, you know, waiting to get back at it whenever that is. So, you know, we'll all be ready. We're going to be more ready than everybody else. So I'm excited for that too. To like go back into the gym and just tear people up that haven't been doing anything, you know? So that's going to be fun. And so, you know, there's silver linings to everything. And so you guys are here. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it again. It's 7.
Yeah.
So you guys are awesome.
Thanks, Professor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tessa.
Thank you, Tessa.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Oh.
Hide the egg in the
What's he doing? All right. Oh.